Okay, Hotep family, downtown Chicago. Gotta go take care of some legal business in terms of fighting this racist regime called Chicago employment. Now, the funny thing about it is that I'm downtown, walking around due to this COVID scare downtown, and it's approximately 11:30. Downtown is pretty sparse. Anybody knows about Chicago knows about this time, man, it should be people everywhere. But it's not. It's like a fucking ghost town. And the craziest part about this whole thing is that, let me switch this camera. Look at all these people walking around here with these fucking masks on their face. Okay? Masks. It's fucking retarded. You're outside. You're outside. The temperature right now is about 72 degrees. And the sunshine is bright. And even our black family walking around. How you doing, Goddess? Hello, Goddess. Walking around with these goddamn masks on their face. Now, the funniest part that I find about this shit with these masks is that anybody knows anything about this virus or the nature of a virus, I want you to look at the masks that people are having on. These masks that people are wearing are not going to filter out a fucking virus. Plus, the way that people are wearing them is not going to stop a virus from getting into your respiratory system. It's retarded as shit, really it is. Meanwhile, what they're doing, unbeknownst to them, is compromising their immune system. Let's look at this. Ra is out here just shining just as bright, and it's sunny, and it's beautiful. And we, how you doing? Refuse to return to what we are. Hello, Goddess. Look at these people, man. It's just retarded. Now, I'm not saying that COVID is not real. Not saying that at all. However, what I'm saying here is this. The supposed precautions that we are taking to stop from being exposed to this virus are about as effective as tits on a bull. Seriously. We will take our directions from this sham-ass government and trust that they are acting in our best interests. As a whole, we trust that. Now, this is the thing that I have a problem with. I'm not white. I know a lot of you are surprised about this fact. But considering that I am not white, I have to consider what are the ramifications of what the government says for me and what ramifications they have on me. Seeing as how I'm in the United Snakes of America, knowing that this country was built by my ancestors, the buildings, all the laws and all this other bullshit that they put in place based on ideas from my ancestors, stolen ideas from my ancestors. Why would I, as a black man, trust any goddamn thing that this government says? Knowing that everything that they have done since the inception of this government has been done to oppress me and those that look like me. Not only oppress me and those that look like me, to kill me and those that look like me. Now, this is an argument that is presented anytime that I tell or I broach this subject, especially with the Caucasians. I'm not responsible for what my ancestors did. Okay, if that's the bullshit that you want to say, you're not responsible for what your ancestors did. Of course you're not. However, you are reaping the benefits of what your ancestors did. You're not going to denounce that. No way, no how. Now, right now, I'm smells like disinfectant. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like they're cleaning the sidewalk. And I smell a heavy dose of like disinfectant in the air. Really nice. The city of Chicago. Wasting tax dollars to clean the sidewalk. Wow. I just, it boggles my mind, really, when I think of all the bullshit that we are thrown and we black people just take it. Just take it, man. It's just, here's some shit. I'm gonna throw some shit at you. Now, I don't want you to move. I want you to stay here and take this shit. It's retarded. Look, here's some more crazy shit. Watch this. This is a structure. Steel structure. It's one of the Picassos. This goddamn thing, if anybody in the world knows what the hell this is, please tell me. I'm gonna go over here to the plaque and read what the fuck it's supposed to be. And then you tell me if that is what it looks like. Okay? Oh, my fault. It's not Picasso. This is Alexander Calder. Okay? I'm gonna flip it up and read this shit. It's supposed to be a flamingo. That's a flamingo, okay? Soaring high above the plaza, flamingo expresses the grace and agility of his avian namesake as a monumental abstract form. Created by renowned artist Alexander Calder, the sculpture stands in vibrant contrast to the architecture of Ludwig Miles van der Rohe. Adored by residents and visitors from around the world, the bold color, elegant composition, and majestic scale of the artwork distinguish an important civic space and affirm the value of art in the public realm. Now, this asshole lived from 1898 to 1976. He's supposed to be a renowned artist. Now this is the kind of shit that they put up here for us to admire. It don't look like a goddamn flamingo to me. Here in the city of Chicago, a city that was settled now by a Haitian named Jean-Baptiste Dusable. Why don't we have any artwork in Chicago dedicated to him? I know there's a statue. We have the Dusable Museum on the south side, but here in the heart of the city, the downtown area, why wouldn't you have artwork dedicated to the man who founded the city? Inquiring minds want to know. It's just some of the things that go through my black mind. And as I have grown in my consciousness, as I've gotten older, I'm more unapologetic in stating these things. Because we really need to have these discussions amongst ourselves out in the open. We shouldn't be ashamed. I should not be ashamed at all to say, hey, check all you assholes who are wearing a fucking mask while you're sitting in your fucking cars. Who are you protecting yourself from? Whose germs are you trying to avoid? Here's another one. So, hey, all you assholes walking around outside with masks on your fucking face. It's crazy. Last year, 1 year prior, imagine what would have happened if me, a black man, were to walk in, say that Dunkin' Donuts across the street, with a mask on. What do you think would have happened? I know what would have happened. Yet we have to accept this. We're forced to accept this. We're told by this government that this is what's happening, and you just got to deal with it. You're gonna put these masks on. You're gonna pay homage to these bullshit statues that we put up for you. You're gonna pay taxes on a land that nobody owns. And then they tell you that you're not paying tax for the land, you're paying taxes to receive the services that we provide for you. Guess what? I work for the water department. I don't know of anybody that owns Lake Michigan, just like no one owns the land. The water department has paid no one for the water that they take in, that they treat with chemicals like chlorine and fluoride, and then pump through pipes to your house. So since they don't pay for the water, and then they sell the water, all the money that they make off of this water is pure profit. That's why the water department is the second biggest line item in the budget, right behind aviation. However, aviation gets a lot of its funding from the federal government. Water department doesn't need any funding from the federal government, because the raw product that they sell, they steal, or they get it free. The same water that if I were to get a pipe and run a pipe from the lake to my house, they'll put me in jail for that. Think about that. I'm a plumber. I have training and technical knowledge of how to filter water, how to move water. So if I were to use my training and run a pipe from the lake to my house to provide myself with the same water that the water department is doing the same thing, they discontinue that pipe or put me in jail. Probably both. Why? Who gave these Caucasoids dominion over water, over land? Who told them that we want this bullshit ass statue of a flamingo in the heart of the city that was founded by a black man? No flamingos in Chicago. The audacity of the the Tamahu, the devs, the not 100% human, Hueman, the abominations that came out of the ice, the mutations of mutated mutations, the recessive recessives, the Neanderthal hybrids, the audacity of them. They're not really audacious. We are audacious by allowing them to continue with this bullshit. That's the audacity. That we will not recognize our own human rights. Fuck the civil rights, because America has never been civil to a black man. Human rights, Hueman, original man. The rights that we have as what they call indigenous people is the right to not have anybody fuck with us, because we're first. Because these concepts right here, those symbols, you can find them still in the basis of your government. See that? The falcon with the bidet over his head. Look on the back of your money, on your dollar bill. You see that Ankh, the symbol of eternal life, which they corrupted and gave you the crucifix, the symbol of eternal death. Because Jesus still is hanging on that motherfucker dead as a son of a bitch. Yet we are audacious enough to allow them to continue in this regard. That being said, family, I'm gonna take my ass on up here, talk to this lawyer, and continue this fight. Because fighting is what I do. It's what I've always done. And the fight ain't over until I say it's over. If I have to, I want you to look at this. Now, she doesn't have a mask on. That woman has about, I don't know how much plastic surgery she's had done to herself. And she ain't got a mask on. Oh, here's what's going on? Two of Chicago's finest, right here. No mask. Don't put it on. You outside. This bullshit. You shouldn't. You outside, brother. You outside. Research it a little more. You'll find out. All you have to do, fuck the ordinances. The ordinances are what's killing us. Yeah. I'm audacious enough to tell the truth. I love you, family. Hotep.